and gentlemen, welcome to Stardom Review. I am your co-host Undersea. Right over here is the angry princess this week. It's Melball. How you doing?
This laptop conundrum is becoming a conundrum and a half. It is no more entertaining than the House of Torture shenanigans at this point. But we're doing what we're doing. We had a good day. We've had a good weekend. We've had an all right weekend. We're here today to talk about my personal favorite, so I cannot complain. But Andre, my friend, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Had the weekend off. Got to have a couple days off before I go back for a 6 day stretch to work. On top of doing G1 shows and doing Remember the Game, I got a lot going on right now. So my next
Popular. You're getting that Astrid star level.
No, not even close. Not even close. I'm nowhere close to Astrid star level. I can tell you that. Love you, Astrid.
Pick the wrong time to pick up my shaper cup.
But we are here to talk about somebody gosh darn amazing. And you're right. Right on Mel's shirt. We're here to talk about Utami Hayashishita, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
We're here to talk about the 3 matches. 3 of the 4, because we found out she did a match 3 hours south of us, and I was kind of pissed off after I found that out, because if I wouldn't known she was been there, I would have drove down.
Yeah, so Tony Khan, you dumbass. The amount of money that you have, don't tell me you didn't know that you were gonna freaking get her there, market her. I know that there would have been a car full of people who would have happily jumped into our vehicle and gone with us.
At least 2 tickets for sure between me and Mel. We would have been.
Oh yeah.
There. Oh,
but even still, we could have gotten a whole car full of people. You would have made more money, my guys. Mm-hmm. Just saying, opportunity missed. Market better.
I would have paid for good seats. Just see how.
Oh heck yeah! I don't know where I would have found the money, but I would have found it.
Yeah, and so we are talking about her 2 GCW matches and her JCW match, which is all under the GCW umbrella. Don't get me wrong. JCW is owned by GCW. But yeah, we are here to talk those. So we are going to get into it. All right, here we go. We're going to kick it off. It's Utami at GCW Clean Up Man on July 8th in Hartford, Connecticut. It's Utami Hayashishita versus Space Jesus, Billie Starkz. I've seen a few matches of her, so I've never known the Space Jesus line, but it was great. And then she comes out to Aliens. Aliens Exist by Blink-182. That just made me even happier. So it's just like I fell in love with her right then and there. When Utami went up to the corner, everybody just showered her in streamers. Looked perfection. There was a big Utami chant before the introductions.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, absolutely great. Referee for this match, Scarlett Donovan. I wrote it down because, I was listening. I wrote down all 3 of the refs.
I didn't really notice her in this one, so good ref.
Yeah, she did a good job. Good wrestling start off between these 2. Billie ends up tripping Utami and drop kicks her in the side of the head, just like whap right in the side of the face. Looked really good. Utami hitting a missile drop kick off the second rope. Looked really nice before it gets a 2 count out of that. Billie Starkz stops a torture rack with some elbows, and then they trade a bunch of forearms. And then Billie starts unloading on Utami. Looks really good, but misses a kick, and Utami gets this sick forearm to the jaw of Billie, just wobbling her, and hits it. But then Billie comes back, hits a German. Then Utami comes back, hits her own German, and they're both just down. It was just a great spot there. Billie Starkz gets a bunch of strikes and hits a gory bomb, but only gets 2. Billie ends up running Utami to the floor, and she hit a nice suicide dive to Utami on the floor. It looked really good. They get back. Billie climbs up to the top when they're back in the ring, but Utami cuts her off, hits the superplex, and she rolls through to do another one. But Billie reverses into my favorite wrestler's finisher, MRB's kneecap brainbuster, but she can only get a 2 count out of it because Billie
Yoshigoroshi.
No, it's the kneecap brainbuster.
Oh, I thought it was a Yoshigoroshi.
No, it's the kneecap brainbuster.
I wrote down Yoshigoroshi because that's what I thought it was. I didn't know.
Oh, I know that. That's the one move I will always know.
excuse me.
I'm not in a mean way, but again, but yeah, but she didn't like they both collapsed, and she crawls over to get the cover, but again, only two. Like it just these two worked really well together.
Mhm.
Utami gets the torture rack in, but Utami slips out of it into a sunset flip, and they go around trading pin attempts. Billie hit the tombstone pile driver, only gets two, so she goes up, but Utami gets the knees up on the swanton bomb. And this is where Tommy gets her up into the torture rack, hits the torture rack bomb, and picks up the big win. Again, absolutely phenomenal match between both of these women.
Mhm. Mhm. You pretty much wrote down or said most of what I said. Sorry, what I wrote down. I agree. These two worked very, very, very well together. You can obviously see there was a little bit of a difference in experience. Obviously, Utami is just so lightning quick on her feet because she's been doing this a hot minute. But Billie Starkz, no newbie either. She's been doing this a hot minute too. She's been doing very, very good. But like you could see the slight difference
Hmm.
in the veteranness, if you will, between these two women. We saw Utami do a crossbody. We don't usually see Utami do a crossbody, so
No.
that popped me a little bit. I was pretty excited about that.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, that superplex was pretty cool. I just love Utami's strength. She was really power flexing in this one, but Starkz, no pushover. She was fighting back pretty good. Actually would suspect that Billie Starkz would do pretty well over on a Stardom um, um, stage there. So, let's hope for the best on that one. Yeah, I agree with you. These two worked super duper well together. I'd love to see them go again.
Yeah, I really did. I watched a few GCW events that have had Billie Starkz on them. I found her really good, but
Mm-hmm.
really, I think she stepped up even more working with a legend like and the legend. You say legend, but the girl's 24 and she's been only wrestling 5 years. Utami Hayashishita, but like she kind of has that legendary feel because she's already been a World Stardom champion. She's kind
Mm-hmm.
of revered in Japanese wrestling already, and
Mm-hmm.
like you saw the respect that a lot of people, at least like the commentary gave her on this. And again,
Mm-hmm.
the commentary was great, but I think it was the weakest of the three shows. But I'm not saying it was bad; it was really quite good. I just thought
Mm-hmm.
the other two nights with Veda Scott on both calls was
Mm-hmm.
absolutely tremendous. But
Yeah, I thought that's who that was.
yeah. So I thought they did and they did a really good job of for especially for an audience that may not be familiar with her.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a really good job of selling who she is to the
Mm-hmm.
GCW audience and like giving her the reverence of this. She's a former world champion, multiple time champion, like giving her the reverence. And I really thought they did a really good job in that sense of where a lot of other companies fail. AEW has failed at it, other than Osprey and a couple, and like Okada and a couple others. They've really failed at getting these people who are big in other promotions across, and even
Mm-hmm.
WWE has failed too. And I thought these guys did
Mm-hmm.
a great job in
Mm-hmm.
in in explaining who she is to the average viewer that maybe has never seen a Stardom show.
I agree. I actually don't recall actually listening to the commentary for this match. I know it was on because I was sitting actually in this chair watching it, but yeah, I don't remember actually anything about it. So, yeah, I'm going to assume that you're probably correct on that if there's nothing notable for me.
Well, no, again, it was like any other commentary, unless like something crazy happens. I almost want to forget about the commentary after, in a sense. I don't want the commentary to have overpowered what I'm watching.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair. I don't like that either. That's why
they're
you
there.
need like that good commentary crew like Kevin or Chris Charlton.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure of the team that was on this night, but I think did a really good job.
Mhm.
So we move on to the Jersey Championship Wrestling Show on this next day on July 9th is the JCW Big Ass Extreme Birthday Bash in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Uh, it is Utami Hayashishita versus the Kick Demon Janai Kai. I am familiar with Janai Kai. She worked. There was a promotion that Jonathan Gresham ran last year. He was running. I don't know if he's still doing because I haven't seen it, but she was on a couple of those shows. She is well known as a disciple of Thunder Rosa because she was on AEW TV a couple times. They were
Oh,
saying she's a trainee of Thunder Rosa. So again,
that's good.
I've seen her a couple times. I think she's quite good. And since I've seen last I saw her, which was probably last year sometime, um, she's really improved. I think she's only gotten better. And um, on this show, you have Nick Knowledge and Veda Scott. I thought this team, out of all three teams, for me personally, for the commentary, was the best. Um, they
They were
did give,
very excitable.
yeah, they excitable to a point, but it didn't distract me. Where I thought I was,
100%.
they were kind of distracting on the next night, but not in a bad way. But yeah,
Mm,
they did take Janai Kai has worked in Tokyo Joshi Pro and GLEAT, so she
it
has some,
showed.
yeah, she has some experience over in Japan. So Kai coming out wearing the birthday hat. Um, so from the night before to this night, so the gear you could see in the picture for Utami Hayashishita, I think that's new gear. 'Cause I haven't seen that gear for.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
she had the white kick pads on for both of these nights. Yeah.
yeah, and she had like just the top looks different.
It's almost like her classic gear. She's had gear like this before, but like not exactly like it.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yeah,
like when she did have the run with the red belt.
yeah. So she had this, and then she did wear that again on the next show. But I really
Yes, when
liked the
she
new
fought
gear.
Lufisto, she wore my favorite.
Yeah. So again, crowd chanting, "You're gonna get your fucking head kicked in." At the start of the match, like I'm guessing referring to Janai Kai, who is a kick demon.
I mean,
I
arguably both these girls kick pretty hard though.
Oh yeah, very much so. But again, I think it's again the crowd's probably a little more familiar with Janai Kai, who
For
works
sure.
in there regularly. So again, I haven't heard a "you're gonna get your fucking head kicked in" chant in a long time. Like,
And like, just real quick, how awesome was it to just feel the ambiance and the excitement of the crowd as soon as Utami's music hits?
oh
It's like everyone just flips into like overdrive. I love it.
yeah, and the announcers pointing out her giving out the rose every time. Again,
Yeah,
it just
that's Utami.
she had such a presence in the building, and everybody was just marking over. I think this crowd out of anybody had the best, like, smallest crowd I think of all the three shows.
Yes,
But like you had, like I think the loudest of the three, but I think
also
it's
that.
more to miking and might be miking in the building, things like that. Because he had some good chance on the final night, but like I think
Mhm.
just miking in the building, and everything, it's when sounded the best for the crowd.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, girls' goal right here, get a rose from Utami. How cool would that be? I would mark the hell out. I wouldn't even care.
yeah. So good wrestling to start with, and Kai
Mhm.
ends up getting a headlock takeover, but Utami gets the head scissors, and Kai just kips up out of the head scissors. Look, I
Mhm.
was like, "Ooh, impressive!" Utami ducking the roundhouse kicks, hits the drop kick, and the lariat on the ropes, and then hits that beautiful sliding lariat for two. Then she transitions it out of the KO into a nice sleeper, but she ends up getting flipped over and then getting kicked in the back repeatedly, and then Kai hits a sick PK to the back. It was just, I was like, ooh, because like, it's usually Tommy. I'm going, ooh, with the kicks,
Yeah.
right? Then Tommy catches the PK to the front and then picks her up and plants her like with like a tackle. Looked again just very like basic tackle, but looked really good. Kai gets Tommy kneeling on the ropes and kicks her and runs in and kicks her and then in the back and then gets a 2 count. Then transition into the Dragon Sleeper. And I like the way she did it with the arm crossed behind the back.
Mhm.
That's the Tommy End influence or Malachi Black. That's the way he does it. He calls it. I think he calls it the Dragon Slayer, but he puts the arm behind the back to pull it tight.
Mhm.
And that's his variation that she's doing. I really like that. The striking exchanges between these two was absolutely tremendous.
Mhm.
Kai hits pretty goddamn hard. Like she was
Yeah.
matching Utami in this. Not quite the next show, but damn. Beautiful roundhouse by Janai Kai, but Utami ends up hitting that hard forearm. And they
Mhm.
both just she hit that roundhouse kick hard. Then Utami came back with that spin into the forearm, and they both just like end up dropping to the mat. Looked really good. Um, Kai sends Utami to the floor and hits a PK off the on the when she's like running across the apron, and then sends Utami back in and hits that beautiful half Nelson slam. But Utami ends up kicking out, and Kai gets the roundhouse kick. But Utami catches a second one and hits this like just desperation power bomb. Like she just gets her up, just smashes her down, like not
Mhm.
fully all the way up. She just like caught her, lifted a bit, and just bang down. But it
Mhm.
felt really like a desperation power bomb. I really like where she
Absolutely, yeah.
was after getting like her head kicked in that many times. I really liked the way she did that.
Mhm.
And then towards the end of the match, Utami hits a running lariat, still can only get two, so she hits the deadlift German suplex and bridges it, and Utami gets the win. Again, tremendous match. Like, these
Mhm.
two absolutely tore it down, man.
Mhm. Mhm. I agree. I this was actually I'd seen pictures of Janai Kai before, but I'd never actually seen her matches. Like I'd seen clips of them, but never actually a full match. So this was actually like my full taste of her. Her gear is really really neat. It concerns me obviously because it always concerns me that she doesn't wear shoes. But like she tapes up her feet pretty good, which to me is safer than Mike Bailey. So like can't complain there. Um I do like that she only has the one kick pad because she only really uses the one leg for her kicks. So I really do like and appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah, the strikes in this one were just this felt like a straight up Stardom match. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
almost like it was like Utami and Julia kind of fighting each other because Julia's got those crazy strikes, but she's also got that technicality, and Kai definitely was working that technicality towards the end there. Um, what else do I have to say on this? I had something. I thought of it when you were talking, and I might have lost it.
I talk too much. That's the main thing.
That's okay. That's what we're here for. I actually really, really enjoyed this match. I didn't take a whole lot of notes on it. I just sat and enjoyed it because like I said, it just kind of felt like a straight up Stardom match. Something. Oh, I just remembered. I just remembered. If we're thinking maybe that Kai could come over to Stardom, there's also another little team of like mismatched misfits who are kind of sort of there, kind of sort of not. That much she might be able to like, kind
Mm,
of meet up with that she could maybe be a little bit of a striker in with Suzu Suzuki and my Sarah.
yeah, that
Like that
that
would be pretty cool.
that would be pretty dope. I think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Got a spot for you. Come on over, honey. We'll
Yeah.
trade
Come on.
you. We'll give North America Club Venus for a little bit, and we'll take Janai Kai.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair trade.
Send Club Venus and Julia over, and we're good.
We might need a little bit more than Janai Kai then.
I think it's
Maybe send this Billy Starkz and Janai Kai.
yeah, be some good stuff.
There you go.
So we move on to the final or this, I guess not the final match, but the final match in her GCW JCW trio,
Correct. Yeah.
and it's Utami Hayashishita. It's from GCW Now and Forever at the Melrose Ballroom in New York City, and on July 14th.
Mhm.
Utami Hayashishita versus Canadian independent wrestling legend Lufisto. I am
Mhm.
proud to say I've gotten to see Lufisto through RCW. Very happy about that.
Mhm.
This woman, I think, and again, she is a Canadian independent legend. She was inducted into the Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame last year. I think she's absolutely tremendous. Gotten to see her wrestle in person, and just she's very, very good. Been around, work shine. I just missed out on seeing her live in 2016. She had just like kind of left NCW for a little bit. And I get to do an NCW Femme Fatale show. I think no, it was 2015. She had just like she was just not there during the show, and I was just like I was so mad
Oh.
that I missed that show. But yeah, I missed her. She was just
Oh.
some time off, but did get to see her in 2021. Absolutely excited about that. Announcers on the show: Dave Prazak and Veda Scott. I think these two did an absolutely tremendous job on this show. Official is Dan Perch, his referee. These two at the start, the shoulder block spot, each running into each other, like running in and then just being like,
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
brushing the shoulder
Loved
off.
it.
It was just like that was badass as fuck. Like,
Mhm.
and the fact that Tommy did it back at Lufisto, like they're each brushing their shoulder off. I was just, I love the cockiness of both. I love the cockiness of both. Lufisto with the headbutts in this match. Jesus Christ! Like she just cracks her like Utami with a headbutt in the face, and then
Yeah.
later on she's like taking her and headbutting her in the back of the head. I was like,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of headbutts. We have something to discuss about headbutts also on our next NJPW Purasu review. We'll be talking about night 1 and 2 of the G1 because gosh dang, there's
Jesus.
some ish on night 2 we need to discuss.
I have yet to see that show. We will be starting it later this evening once we're done recording the show. Actually, as soon as I finish the movie Doom, which I will be talking about on Remember the Game next week. But inverted Death Valley driver by Lufisto to Utami, and Lufisto then gets Utami in the ropes, hits and just up kicks her in the face. It was just like, oh, that one look again, just that like no protection in Utami's taking in the face. It was just like then she gets on another rope or on the other rope and then kicking her in the side of the head, just like, and then she then chokes her into the rope. It was just crazy. And then she starts chopping Tommy, and God damn, Lufisto can hit, man.
Yeah.
Like holy moly.
So
Lufisto stops the torture rack and hits a beautiful Alabama slam, and she gets her own sliding lariat out of it for 2.
yes.
And then she applies the camel clutch, and I love the spot when she's taking the elbow and putting it into the temple of Utami. I thought like, go ahead.
No, it's smart. It's smart.
Yeah, it just gave a little difference to it that you wouldn't normally see, and I really like that. And she has her variation where and it's just I don't know, I really liked it. Again, Lufisto, this is some more headbutts in the corner to the chest, but she's headbutting the chest at least. So I'm not as, I wasn't as bad. She was headbutting her in the chest, so I wasn't as bothered by it because that's soccer players do that a lot to each other, and soccer hooligans do that too. Yeah, but she's hurting herself. It's not like she's risking hitting somebody else's head and hurting them. But yeah, Tommy ended up blocking some blocks the shots and landing her own to Lufisto. But Lufisto like rakes the eyes. But Utami ends up getting a drop kick and hits a lariat into the ropes and gets her sliding lariat for 2. And then she hits the torture rack into the Samoan drop, but only gets 2. Lufisto gets Tommy in the ropes, hits a running like the Natsuka Tora style running body splash in the ropes, but to the back instead of the front. And then hits this like beautiful bridging tiger suplex, but Utami kicks at like 2.99. It was like I thought it was over.
I did too. So close.
Oh,
so close.
Yeah. Flurry of forearms for Utami, but Lufisto sidesteps, gets her up on her shoulders, and hits the Ocean Cyclone suplex, or otherwise known as the electric chair drop, and gets that 2 count. They're trading strikes. This is where Lufisto headbutts the back of the head. Like she pulls her down and just starts slapping her head into the back of her head, which I was just like, oh God, please no. God, no. That's like the one spot you shouldn't be hitting somebody in. Again, I know my favorite does it, but yeah. Utami reverses the power bomb into the air raid crash and hits a release German suplex and then hits the bridging German suplex, but only gets 2. And this is where Veda Scott's, that's what beat Janai Kai on last weekend. And like, she's really and I love her calling back to the finish of that. Again, I really like that. Lufisto ends up lifting her and she hits this beautiful cradle DDT. She can only get 2. Picks her up, hits a very Julia-like Northern Lights driver, but again, Lufisto only gets 2. So Lufisto gets her into the corner, like seated in the corner, and she runs, hits a cannon or a Conan ball or Kono ball as I wrote it. Man, I'm terrible at spelling, man. I can't. Kono ball hits a cannonball goes for the cannonball in the corner, but misses. Kono ball. And Utami ends up getting a lariat to the back in the corner, hits a German into the buckles, which was that was something I've never seen her do. Like I've never seen her do that. That looked so good, but like it didn't look like it looked really good and effective, but it didn't look like Lufisto actually really got hurt from it. You know what I mean? The way she landed in there, she looked like it didn't
Yeah, which is merciful.
like it looked effective to the match, but it looked like Lufisto wouldn't have taken any serious damage. So that was I was like, okay. And then she pushed Lufisto up onto the ropes. And this is how she gets her because she was trying a couple times in the match to lift Lufisto up to go for the hijack bomb, but she couldn't lift her. So she props her on the ropes to get her into the hijack bomb, spins around, lets her go, hijack bomb, and Utami Hayashishita goes 3-0 in America. Absolutely tremendous.
Boy. Yeah, this one, as you said earlier with the style of move, I felt that this match was almost like watching Utami versus Tora. Just the energy was very much the same. Lufisto, very dominant, just like Tora. Very decisive, just like Tora. Very violent, just like Tora. It was great. This match was incredible. This is another one where I just watched it and I'm just going based off memory because I really, really enjoyed it. This was actually, I've heard a ton and seen tons of clips of Lufisto, but again, I hadn't seen a full match of her. So this was kind of my intro to her. Her gear was great. Her freaking intro was great. Like you can just see the veteranness just oozing off of this woman. So experienced, such a good wrestler. I was very entertained by this match. Utami was wearing my favorite gear, or at least my personal favorite gear, with the gold accent and the red and black thigh highs. It just that gear is perfection for her. It's so regal. It looks so nice. It emulates everything that she wants to be, which is that regally cool kind of personality in Stardom. Yeah, I don't have a ton to add. I really, really like this. This was a fun 3 matches for me to be able to see Utami and have her on a different stage than what I'm used to, and seeing how she has to adapt to the different styles of the North American women. But Utami just looked like Utami. Like everything just kind of worked so well together. I was very impressed with these matches.
Well, yeah, the flow, especially with Lufisto more than anybody, I really did enjoy it because Lufisto's been in the business since 1997. So like she's been around a long time, right? She's worked
Dominant.
a lot of promotions, and even it was funny to tell that Veda Scott said that Lufisto's never been to Japan, or at least on a significant tour. She probably wrestled an odd match here or there over here with some companies, but like from what Veda Scott said, her goal is to get there, and she's 43, but she's like,
Really?
oh, Lufisto's
She
43.
does not look it.
No, and I think she still has plenty of years in front of her. Like I would love, like Lufisto is another one. Like we talked about Janai Kai and Billie Starkz coming over. Lufisto, I think, would be absolutely trying to bring her in, have her back, her and Nane Takahashi. Imagine that match.
Her, Nane, and freaking Jazzy Gabbard. Holy heckin', that's a power passion. What would be the third one on that? I don't know.
Power passion Fisto, you know.
Bruh. I don't even want to repeat it. Like, what the fuck?
I'm just going off her name.
Whew. Wowzers. Jinky, sir. Okay.
But like
power passion Fisto.
Just imagine all the shit this woman can do, tearing it up in Stardom, man. Like there's so many people. Like her versus Suri would be absolutely tremendous.
Oh,
There's another one. I would love
to
see
imagine her and Tora getting in the ring together.
I also look at like for a younger one, with Saida. Like imagine Saida's like power style against Lufisto.
Suzuki.
Hazuki's speed style versus Lufisto. Or I would love to see tiny little Natsupoi matched up against like the brick shit house that is Lufisto.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah, but again, I would love, and I hope this opens doors.
Mhm.
I really do, because Stardom has not had a lot of crossover, even with New Japan doing what they do and them being owned. Like, we're going to see Julia at some point this year working over here. I know it. She has that strong title. She has outwardly said she wants to work in North America. She
Mhm.
wants to come over here and do matches. So I think we're gonna get her. But like, I'm trying to think of who else would I want to see. And like, I know I want Club Venus over here, because again, I'm a Club Venus homer.
100%.
But like a Micah, a Suzu Suzuki, there's so many opportunities to bring these women
Mhm.
in, like, even if they're not coming in for AEW or Strong, have them come in for do a little tour like this with GCW. They're running
Mhm.
every weekend or two.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
I think bringing these women over would be an absolutely tremendous thing. I know, and I understand that come 5-star Grand Prix time, we're not going to be able to do that with, but there's still some girls like that are not going to be in there that can head over. But like, I come the fall, after this is over, I would love to see a few of them just do like a weekend tour. Like
Mhm. Mhm.
GCW, I
Or even
know GCW.
a couple weeks to get them like used to the area, like the jet lag and stuff, and then have them wrestle a few matches on a couple weekends and stuff. Like, yeah, that'd be
Oh,
incredible. And do what
Matt,
Itami's doing, going to the performance center and training with WWE superstars like Natalia. I mean, holy heckin' crap.
yeah.
I marked out when I saw that picture. I was like, my two favorite women, one freaking picture. That doesn't happen often.
Well, and just think about the valuable experience she's giving to just the trainees
Hmm.
at the performance center. That's insane. Just
Hmm.
just
I'm
imagine.
seeing her old friend Io probably was nice too.
There you go. So like, there's all these like potentials of. I just thought of it. Suzu, the Suzuki's coming to GCW. Suzu and Minoru in like a, like, they do mixed gender matches, like
Oh
intergender
my
matches over there.
god. Could
Imagine
you
like,
imagine? I'm sorry. I mean, the first place I go is Nick Gage and Maki Ito
or
versus
Rina
Suzu
Yam
Suzuki and Minoru Suzuki.
or their ultraviolet champion Rina Yamashishita.
I
Imagine,
apologize if you can hear that. Someone's weed whacking outside right now.
but yeah,
All I'm going to
imagine
do is
Rina
mind command.
Yamashishita could be there too. Like, she's their ultraviolet champion right now. So like, there is so much potential for these women to
So
come
much.
over and do great things. And I really hope
Hmm.
GCW can create a working relationship with Stardom, because I want to see more of this. And
Hmm.
if you are looking to watch these matches, the JCW event is free on YouTube.
Hmm.
Check that out. There's some other great matches on that show. The main event, actually, East West Express, aired a six person tag, which is Nick Wayne, who just debuted on AEW, and you have what's his name, Jordan Oliver in there. Again, both absolutely tremendous. They were in the main event on the JCW show. I think Mel's gonna go back and watch that now that she could.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Mambo loves her some Jordan Oliver.
And then if you want to see any the other two GCW events, you can sign up. I think it's like $10 a month Canadian. I think it's like $8 a month. It's like $8 a month American to sign up for Fight Plus, which gets you all of GCW shows and a bunch of other promotions. Lots of great content there. So if you want to see the GCW shows, they are on Fight Plus. For if you want to just watch them both, pay $8. You watch them both, and then you've got some other stuff for a month, and then you don't have to renew. But again, there's a lot of great content there. I think you're muted, Mel. Still muted. There
Still
we go.
muted. I'm trying to block out whoever is weed whacking at 9 p.m. right now because that's a smart thing to do.
Hey, I started at 8:30 this morning, so
I mean, 8:30 in the morning makes more sense than 9 p.m. at night.
very true. But yeah, I think
Mhm.
I think we've come to the end though.
We have come to the end of our show. And that being said, also, if you're wanting to watch Stardom-World, which is where Utami originates from, you can click the link in the description box below. I believe it. I was trying to look up what it was. Stardom-world.com. Yes, I remembered. I did not remember. It is approximately 999 yen, or approximately $10 Canadian, but more like seven. You said what? 37.50. Yeah, 8. We'll go with 8.
I literally had 4 of them. No, that's not enough.
Quotations. Anyway, it's that 7:30 ish Canadian, which is still worth it to watch some incredible, amazing Japanese women's wrestling. Andre, if the people are looking to follow you on social media, where are they going to find you, and what can they find you on this week?
You can find me in a lot of places. I'm on Twitter, Mastodon,
Busy,
TikTok,
busy, busy.
Hive, at that Canada guy. I'm on Instagram and Threads at that Canada dude. Um, you can find me at youtube.com/Andre Melball Stuck, where you might be watching us right now. You can also find me on the Andre Melball and Andre Melball Wrestling Talk Facebook page. But you can also find me this coming Wednesday and the following Wednesday on twitch.tv/at our local establishment, or twitch.tv/our local establishment, where you can find me talking Marvel Talk with our boy Ol Ed. So looking forward to doing that. And then you can find all of our content over at youtube.com/at Backbreaker video. Lots of great content over there. Us, a lot of Mike's wrestling stuff. Asher's got some stuff going on over there. Then you can find Mike, if you want to watch more of him, you can follow him at twitch.tv/Mike the Rep to see all his live gaming content and his AEW watch along every Wednesday. And if you want to see replays of the great gaming content he puts out, is youtube.com/at backbreaker_gaming. Him, TJC, Rick Jules, lots of, and Kayla J is guesting on there a bunch too.
Love Kayla J.
Lots of great content over there. But you can also find me not this week, but next week. I will be appearing on It's all audio with them. And Remember the Game. The Remember Game podcast, my boy Adam Blank, he was having me on. We're going to be talking the Doom movie from 2005. Video games galore. We're going to be talking that movie.
I mean, Carl Urban can do no wrong in this girl's eyes.
He's the only one that's good in that movie.
He really is.
Him and Portman are the only two good parts of that movie.
I don't know. The monkey was pretty cool too.
Yeah, but again, this movie. But I will be talking that on Remember the Game next week on Wednesday. I think it's July the 26th. I want to say it's coming out. Yeah, it'll be Wednesday, July 26th, I think.
Because the Love Pro Wrestling show is on the 28th.
Yeah, so check out my socials. I'll be sharing that out when I do that. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Mel, where can they find you?
If you're wanting to follow a Melball, you can do so on Twitter at Collins Melball, or you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, oh goodness, TikTok, Mastodon, Blue Sky, and Facebook, all at Melball Collins. I should probably get a LinkedIn. That would really save me a lot of wind right here. You can also catch a Melball on our local establishment's original programming, Paramindful, with the gold standard Carl Carufal and Alex the Werewolf. We just posted a video on the 10th there about Bigfoot, big feet, big stuff happening both in Canada and America, sharing a couple stories. Not that kind of big stuff, my guy. Just big feet, big hairy dudes. Professional wrestling, some places. You can also catch a Melball on Astrid Pizarro's YouTube channel, where we do the ladies wrestling showcase every couple of weeks. We have been a little off our schedule because Astrid's been getting some amazing opportunities. Between that and Melball's technical issues, we've been having a grand old time with that.
But when we do get on there, you've been having a Melball.
We've been having a Melball time, and that is just chaos, glorious chaos, as we like to say. You ruined my train of thought. Now I don't know where I was going with that.
You're finished. You're talking about Astrid running out.
That beautiful natural of ours. She is a superstar in her own right, and you want to go check her out again. What's happening?
So yeah, you can check her out at youtube.com/at Astrid Pizarro. Mel's got a lot of great content going over there with Astrid.
Did you still see me there?
Oh, I saw you.
My screen is like black screen of death in me right now.
Well, we better get out of here so that you don't.
We better
drop out of here. I'll sign us out.
All right, Andre, if you have nothing left to say to the beautiful people,
I'm good.
I
Thank you
am
so
your
very much.
Melball. What?
I just wanted to say so. Thank you all very, very much.
Thank you all before my computer dies again. I love you guys. And that being said, I am your Melball. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Mwah.